generally speaking, episodes. Whoops, sorry. Sorry about the long delay between me streaming. That cold that I had ended up being way worse than expected. I'm talking, I was sick for a good week, then had Christmas nonsense. Well, more other nonsense as well. Family nonsense, then eventually Christmas nonsense. So, general apologies about the state of everything. Going to try to do better for the foreseeable future, but chances are that's also not necessarily going to be entirely true. Because the main reason being is that I'm still, and you can probably hear it in my voice, I'm still not fully healed, and I don't like that. So I don't feel great right now. I'm hoping that it'll soon be better, but, you know, yeah. So, but enough complaining about health and sicknesses and all that. Just generally gonna plan to have a good day. So, we now know, let's make a to-do list on how we're going to approach the rest of the day. We know how to make, well, at least I think we now know how to make an extractor. We need to make an extractor. Alright, we have a lot of stuff we need to make, but generally speaking, there's a list of things that kind of all boil down to the same problems. We need to... We need to talk to Kira, because we have that job for her where we gotta sell her cauliflower. I want to go down to the diving dock and try to dive, see if I can figure out how to do that actually. Got it anyway. Okay, so praying mantis, and then we also learned that we had those like quests we had to do. Back at the goddess statue. So we had those like bundles we had to make. So, let me see if I can figure out. We need to donate 50 items to the museum, beat 30 enemies in the dungeon, which is fine. Need a temple offering. Go into the ocean, craft an extractor, and go into the ocean. So, I need to dive into the ocean, and I'll try to do that later today. Oh god, this is one of those really... Got it anyway. Alright, luckily the map shows me where people are, so... Even though Kira's locked in there, I can at least still make it I'll find a way to meet up with her at some point today. I don't know the patterns. But, dang it, I keep coming down here and keep getting lost. Okay. So, my goals right now are to finish the bundle, because I know that that's a quick little bundle that we can knock out relatively easily. I remember the map. It's been so long since I played. It's literally been like a month since I played because I got sick. You know, that's just, yeah, brain loading, got it. Okay, so we're gonna go check the goddess statue again, try to remember what our lists are for our bundles, and then spend most of spring just getting ourselves to the point where we can complete it relatively easily. So, we're gonna sell a bunch of junk. And I need to remember to dash. Get to it from up here. Okay. So yeah, we're going to make a roster of things to do and try to get them done as quick as possible. Alright, spring season. Alright, so wasabi's done. We need a moral. We need turnip, carrot, and... Alright, we need to get a bunch of resources. And the spring season. Okay, so... Carrots were growing. Daisies I think we have back at home. We need to find a moral, and we need to find a turnip. So I think turnips, though, can be made back at the base. So we don't need a cauliflower, though, which means I can sell 4 of these cauliflowers. I'll probably not sell all 4, but I'll sell as many of them as I think I can get away with. Got it. Okay, so first things first, let's head to the museum, donate everything that we just picked up. But yeah, anyhow, so that's just kind of generally been where I've been at right now. It's just, I hate it when I get sick and it's not like an easy sickness. It's been a, like, long-standing, lingering sickness. Those are the worst. They are just the absolute worst. Check the map again. Let's see if Kira, she's now out of her house. So let's go ahead and drop the cauliflower off with her. Then we don't actually have to go to the shop to sell stuff. We can just sell it at the bunk. And then I want to do some diving today. Just enough diving to actually get the hang of what's going on in there. Maybe on collecting of resources, because I know that there's a bunch of kelp down there that's used for specific things. We also need to prepare ourselves to start mining at some point. Alright. So, we got that done. Need to go mining a lot as well, because we want to get enough bronze. Still annoys me that it's bronze. I might just start calling it copper, because it still annoys me. Check our chests, see what we have of everything we need. We have the morel, we have a daisy, transfer a turnip, so now we're just waiting on the carrot then. Oh, I forgot, I got that ring that makes me swing really fast now. Doesn't matter if it still can't hit anything. Okay. We're gonna go do the diving really quick. Inventory's kind of full. Okay, we'll stop off at the shrine first, then we're gonna go diving real quick, get some raw materials from the diving, clean up some trash, do all that junk down there, and then when we make our way back home, we just stop off at the house and sell everything else that we've collected. I kind of want to hold on to the... I don't care too much about holding on to the bugs. Can't imagine the bugs are going to be useful for crafting, or if they are, oh well, I'll deal with that. I'll burn that bridge when I come to it. But I kind of want to hold on to a lot of the food because I know these games, food is used in crafting better recipes and things. So it's also going to be what's going to be requested by all of the villagers. So, right, so now we're just waiting for our carrots to finish, and then we need a whole stack of it, so we need 5 of each seed, 10 sap, 10 stone, 10 fiber, and 10 wood. So just remember, 10 of all the basic raw materials and 5 of each seed. Okay. Lost a lot of today just because I was fooling around, I was putzing around again, but we'll make it up. We just need to get down to the river, not the river, down to the ocean, diving area as quick as possible. Go diving. That way we can. I'm gonna pet the dog. That way we can go diving, unlock that portion of the quest for the future, and once that portion's killing them. I gotta try to remember everyone's names as well too. Okay. That way. God, I wish I could read on a beach. But I don't live anywhere near nice beaches. So, do I just dive? Okay, so just hop in on the water. Get the kelp. Fun fact I actually recently learned today because there's a YouTuber I watch called Lindsay Nicole. She's doing a History of Life on Earth That We Know Of series. And she was talking about one of the... what is it called? Let's see. Okay. Okay, so we can harvest crops down here. Sorry. But I was watching Lindsay Nicole, and she was on the Aegean epoch, which is one of those like weird epochs that happened after the extinction of the dinosaurs that most people don't think much about. Because, you know, generally speaking, and I'm going to throw this out here, you know how educations are. They tend not to cover the stuff that's not important. Oh, it's blocked. I see. I was wondering why it was taking so long. I didn't realize. Whoops, swapped to the wrong tool again. Yeah, so what was I saying? But yeah, Lindsay Nicole, great YouTuber if you've ever... Alright, we're gonna exit diving. We'll come back and do more of this tomorrow, but we at least got it started, so... My brain completely shut down. But yeah, so she was talking about, funnily enough, kelp. And apparently, kelp, and I didn't know this, was actually a relatively recent evolutionary branch when it comes to the oceans. Kelp wasn't actually that common of a thing up until, and funnily enough, very recently in Earth's history. It only started showing up, like, within the last, I think, like, 50 million years, which, you know, 50 million years to a human sounds like, oh, wow, but, like, in the scheme of, like, the grand scheme of, like, all of, called brain. So yeah, we'll drop these off, get that section completed, then head home. But yeah, so yeah, but kelp apparently is very recent evolutionarily, which is weird, because you would think something like kelp, which is so iconic for the oceans of the world, would be, a more prevalent evolutionary trait, but just so much of what we think about, like, life didn't happen when we think it happened. Another good example of this that I find especially fascinating was snakes. Snakes apparently, also, just full recommendation, if you see, go watch her whole series. It's great educational nonsense, it's great educational material, and it helps to oh, we didn't have to do all of them, I guess? Okay. don't normally recommend drinking strange liquids offered by mystical beings. There's an entire history of Fae, of stories about Fae and witchcraft that would generally make me argue that this is a bad idea. Alright, dang it, so we do need to start collecting insects for all of these. As well as we need... God, I'm gonna hate that so much. I don't like fishing. Well, that depends. I like fishing in other games. I just haven't gotten the hang of the fishing in this one. It makes me feel bad, because it's like, I can fish like nobody's business in Stardew Valley, but this one's fishing I just haven't wrapped my brain around entirely yet. Alright. Well, no time to worry about that. We gotta get home as quick as possible, get a full night's sleep, water our crops, get the carrot. Oh, there's the Luna mob. Alright, we're going home, game. Hope that Discord ping wasn't recorded. I think it's on a separate channel for my soundboard, but I don't know. Alright. Gold is nice, but bronze ore is a lot easier. It's a lot nicer. So that's town rank. Gotten Oliver's share birthday. It's also the 12th day of spring. And yes, I can read. Despite the failures of the American education system, I still managed that one. God, that's annoying. Okay, I can just swing this and it harvests everything. Alright, that's good. Alright, it said something about teleporting between shrines, but I don't know how that works entirely. Shrine there, I think. Let's see if I can just... Or is that what these are? Oh, that's what those are. Okay, cool. Let's go and drop off the carrots then. Alright, so we now have sugarcane seeds. Which we're going to want to plant. We're also going to then swing down to Sam's Groceries and sell as much of... Hold on. I'm just gonna make a huge list of bugs that I'm gonna catch, and we'll figure out which ones are used for what later. So I need to then make I need to make a brain function. We need to make a bug nest, a bug chest, my bad. So chest just for our bug collecting. I went too far down. Yes, I did. Okay. Let's also see if there's an easy thing here. He wants a... Deadline in 2 days. I might not be able to make that then. Hey Sam, I need to sell you carrots and buy seeds. I've been here like 3 times. I'm trying. I'm getting used to it, yeah. I've sold bugs. Why is that a hit? Okay. No, that makes sense. Island prices are crazy. I knew a buddy who grew up in Hawaii, and he would talk all the time about how his parents were on like one of the marine bases there, I think. But he would talk about how crazy expensive everything was. So I get the logic. If you could produce things locally. So he wants us to produce a bunch of decent quality crops, solely for the purposes of revitalizing his shops. So I need 3,500. Okay. How fast can these grow? 4 days. So that's not happening. Alright. The problem is I don't want to spend the entire week just harvesting plants. Like, just watering plants, I mean. So I'd like to get it to the point where I can make... Let's see, what was it? It was 9, I believe? I believe I had 9. Can't remember my crop plots. No, it was 10. It was a 10 by 10 because we harvested 10 carrots and we... Yep, brain, I can think. I actually can think. Ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. That's 6, 8, 10... Alright, we're gonna be spending a lot of time for like the next week just watering plants, which is gonna eat up most of my stamina, but that's fine. To be done. Right, let's swing in, drop off a couple of donations. I do like the museum here better than the museum. As much as I compare this to Stardew Valley, I do like the museum here more than the museum in Stardew Valley. This one definitely just feels more. Wait, hold on. Is this a shrine? Okay, so I don't have this unlocked yet. So, but the fast travel of those shrines is going to make things a lot easier. That's absolutely for sure. Okay, so bust out the hoe and start hoeing the soil. Oh, you can get trash from the soil too. Makes sense, I suppose. I have no idea how quick sugarcane grows. If I was gonna guess based off of the structure of the plant and my understanding of the plant, I would imagine that it's gonna grow pretty quickly. But that's assuming that things are operating off of some level of adherence to reality. Video games are often not known for their adherence to reality. Now we're probably just gonna spend today just on farm cleanup more than anything, which I hate doing. I wanted to go back diving, but I think considering we had our first big harvest in a while. Alright, so long-term goals here is thinking about this. We need to try to just get enough money to buy the second bag before spring gets too late. We need to definitely try to get upgraded tools going before spring gets too late, but that's going to cost us money and a bunch of bronze, which again still bugs me because bronze is an alloy, not a raw ore, but eh. Yeah. So, and we only have 3... Oops, out of water. Adding all these extra crops to plant without having sprinklers set up is going to take a lot of extra time out of it. Okay, Gotta think, what can we do to help mitigate some of this time loss? I also don't like these scarecrows. I hope I can get better scarecrows, but figure that part out later. So, let's see. We need to make... I guess we can make this the bug chest as well as the materials chest. As well, sorry, as the coffer chest, I suppose. We probably should, knowing that we need to actually catch fish for the bundles, probably need to get the fish ready there. Fishing rod ready. And let's double check where we can teleport to. So right now we only have Diving Pier, the Lookout, the Lake Temple. We don't have one that is closer to the mines, which would be where I'd like to go more. Alright, let's see if we can knock out more of the diving mission. Hello. Okay. She's just taking pictures of the ocean. Go diving, yeah. Okay. It's too long. That looks kind of funny. We found an arrow crab, which I didn't even know was a thing. Alright, well, that's it for diving then. Alright, let's just teleport home. Okay, we're gonna go in, check the weather for tomorrow. Please say it's raining tomorrow. Please say it's raining tomorrow. Very windy. Damn. Alright. Go to bed. We leveled up our diving, which is good. Didn't get much money, but that's to be expected. The next couple days are probably just going to be us watering plants and diving again. Oh, they're clearing the roots off of that. So that might make a new path. Yep, the hot spring is now open. And recipes were unlocked. What were those recipes? Please tell me. Compost bin. We can turn sprinklers. Sprinklers. Yes. Alright, so to make these, we need a lot more scrap and a lot more silver kelp. Dang. So we need to get silver kelp, which I'm imagining silver kelp is something that can only be harvested with bronze tools. Okay, and the only silver kelp we have, we got lucky and got from a... Okay, well... you can place the sprinkler there. The good news is that, unlike Stardew Valley, it's actually a decent sprinkler. You're starting when it looks like. Considering my knowledge of how the game is going to be limiting this, we're going to need a lot more bronze first and foremost before we can do anything else. I just hate that we have to be in this position where we're waiting on... where we're spending like the first 2 hours of every day manually watering our crops just to make sure that we can make enough money. Alright. So 3 primary goals are... we need $3,500... we need $3,500 to buy the upgraded backpack. We need enough money, which I think it's like 1,000, to upgrade our tools. We also need, on top of all of that, before I get too far away, make some tree seeds. Oh, Goddess Blessing. I don't know what that does. I should be able to check. We currently have plus 100% small blessing, which is debuff immunity. Okay. Going back down to the pier. Because we need to go diving again. Let's go see if we can find somewhere to get cheap food in town. My problem with this is that, typically speaking though, these things are always... these games are always very much... you're not really able to afford buying food until much, much later. Now I could just teleport it back up, but hey! Good cats. Alright, I now need to think. Woe is me. Alright, let's see. Can I make a extractor? No, I need more scrap. I could make that. Flash 1. So this is our speed fertilizer, as opposed to this being our quality fertilizer. Okay. Wait, we have bombs in this game? Okay, that's interesting. Are sea mushrooms even a thing? Becomes a question I now have to ask myself. Like, is it possible to grow fungi underwater? There's got to be underwater fungi. That part doesn't seem too strange, but... Alright. I know this is getting to be kind of like a sunk cost issue, but I desperately need to make sure that we get all this stuff done. So, I am fine wasting resources just to clear out as much trash. Because the other advantage of this is that we're getting scrap, which we need a bunch of it anyway. And I can't think of a better way to harvest a bunch of scrap either, so... Let's check the map as well. So... That's south. There we go. 8 o'clock, that's a good time to go to bed. All the old men are out fishing. Alright, that's always nice to see. Ah, sorry. Alright. Got another coffer. Another jellyfish. Alright. Okay, so that seems like a very good place to call this one. Let's just check weather forecast. Yay, it's raining tomorrow. Okay, so we are going to actually go to bed, but what we're going to instead do is prep ourselves because we won't be needed to water tomorrow. So I guess this far left one, we'll just make our tool chest. So we need to keep the pickaxe, the sword, and the bug net. The scythe and everything else, I don't think we need to keep, but we'll hold on to anyway. And we need to grab ourselves enough food, at least as much food as I'm willing to spare. I think is only the 4 cauliflowers. That way we can head out there and have all the energy we need to max out our level. So, we're going to call this one a good night. And we will start back up next time. Thank you all for watching. And I have nothing. Stay safe, stay sane, don't go crazy, and tune in for next time.